just get 3. Each of each is like a 2. The last one we won the last 4 in a row.
It's tough to be, you know, like.
Yeah. As I say, it's like, what am I gonna do? You know, I had a physical target on my back coming in here. I can't just sit back and throw because I think, okay, this guy's obviously throwing it. Like, what am I gonna do?
That's what's super impressive to me about your game is like everyone saw you for what you were physically.
Yeah.
You're in trouble week 1, and you're still freaking here because that doesn't go away. Like just because you survived week 1,
yeah,
you're still physical. Like try not to say that out loud, but you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But
that's why I feel like a guy like me, like I paired up with someone like you because super trustworthy, good in challenges,
and they take more heat.
Yeah. No, they do.
Which was good for me and him because he took more heat because he was like, I was just gonna, you know.
Yeah, like you don't have to campaign. Not opposed to the heat would be close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I came in, it seemed like to me, like without knowing anything, it seemed like it was, I mean, which is logical. It comes back. That's naturally right.
Nova Scotia. Like it's like, you know, it's crazy. Like all these heat coming in, there's 15 people.
Where's the entry light and everything? You don't sound
Yeah,
that's right.
But yeah, it's things get interesting. And, you know, as I say, this whole thing that, you know, Gary came back, I'm probably the only one that's not mad about it.
Can you control anything? Can you control his fate at this point?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Make him, he's a beast, right? I mean, Andy's good at guns. I mean, he said he's one of them.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's cool for you because this is the first time you're seeing all this people and you're trying to get acquainted. It's trying to get acquainted with everyone, right? So you're getting like a first day, like the full effect that, you know, they're, you know, trying to know everyone and seeing everyone and like, okay, this is how everything played out. Yeah.
Yeah, my vibe from you is like you're really, really chill, but you seem like a lot of people would really trust you, which is a good thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For you, it's just a matter of when the knife has to come off. You gotta be like surgical with it because you're at the point in the game where, and this is maybe where, but see, I couldn't control when I knew I was there.
Mm-hmm.
But people would just rage when it happened. It's just, but I think, how old is she?
26.
He is 21. So that's one of the things I learned is like the older someone is, the more they're able to take a step back and look at it as a game, you know, as opposed to being over. So those 3 are in the jury. So basically, you guys are going to
These
decide
4.
the fate of those 4. And those people like you. It's good for you.
I mean, I sent her home on a dummy, but I was just like, yo, 12 sick. No hard feelings, girl. Like, you know, it was just, you were coming after me. Like, I just gotta do this for me, you know.
You weren't a dick about it.
No, I was like, that's my thing, right? That's why people don't. That's why people like me. So,
Yeah, it's like you just gotta get there.
yeah,
That's what it sounds like.
you know, it's kind of like this whole extra person, like as I say. I just the whole day it was just like, okay, Emmett, win and you're in, win and you're in, and then something happens and you're just
That
like,
was a puzzle thing.
I was like, you know, it's tough for me because I don't know if I could physically actually throw something. I just have that drive in me too.
Yeah.
And I was even like, and I knew the 2 of them were fucked because they can't do anything like tits on a pole, but like, and Andrew's beside me and he's like, he's good and he's really good at puzzles. And I was like, man, this is not good, you know, like if I win, you know, I put myself at risk because I can't compete next. And I'm thinking, I'm just doing this puzzle, I'm just like, I was like, well, if you don't win, you could go home. I know I'm a huge fan. If they get the opportunity to send me home, why wouldn't they? They're idiots for not sending me home before this. So, you know, the only person
especially this point in the game. Really.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I mean, especially for someone like you, it's not like.
It's kind of hard to relate our games because
Like,
I just didn't have the ability to come in here and try to, like,
no one
Alec.
would believe if you threw stuff.
That's why Alec laughed, because we knew he was throwing stuff. Like, he's a really fit guy. Very smart. Very smart. Actually, on his prediction week, he was in the veto. The fastest time yet. There's 4 people that DQ'd. There's only 6 people in the comp. I was hosting it. I had terrible luck too. Like, I never got picked for very many vetoes. I had like the worst luck ever for getting picked. And so anyway, he was only 9 minutes in or something, and he had just thought that it took it taken too long. But little did he know, like, he had it pretty much almost right. He only had to like move 2 things, and he's like just gave up. He's like, whatever, Pete, you won. Obviously, I'm over. I'm done. He DQ'd himself still with a 5-minute lead.
Really? So the winner had, what, 13 minutes?
Yeah. Pete did it in 15.
Did he throw it, or did he just quit?
No, he quit because he thought he had went too long. Because they were locked in that room. One came out at a time.
Yeah.
And they weren't allowed to say anything. And he was locked in the room, and he was just trying to gauge the time. And when you're out there, we got to reset up everything, and he didn't know that.
Yeah.
And it takes like a long time for setup. So when he thinks that they're out here for like half an hour, 40 minutes, he thinks that's how long it took. Whatever. He thought Pete did it really quick, because when Pete came out, me and Andrew already had everything set up, and Pete just went and like it seemed really quick. And when he came out, it seemed like it was taking a long time. He thought Pete did it like a couple minutes.
Got it.
So he
Did he talk about regretting that at all, or no?
oh, you could tell, like, they had about me, and I was just like, and they told me the time that I had, the stuff I had to say to him, he just, like, looked like someone just shot his dog, you know. I was just like, and I felt bad too, right? Like, me and Alec, we kind of separated, but, you know, at the same time, that's going to eat him alive the rest of his life.
That's I mean, like, some people leave this game, and, like, maybe they don't leave it on the line, or, like, and they regret it. Like, some people play the what-if game. That sounds like those are the people that drive. It seems crazy.
And the funny thing is that I told him afterwards, I was like, you know what? If Pete had used the veto on you, you both would have been safe, and we would have sent Topaz home, because she's a bigger threat than Pete.
So they were both on the block.
And Pete took himself off. Obviously, that's just a safe choice.
Yeah.
But if Pete had used it on Alec, he would have sent Topaz home.
Did he know that?
No.
What was he like? What was his game?
Pete's a great guy. Like, I had a really hard time saying about it, Pete. But, you know, he played your game, kind of. But Pete, you know, at the end, he was, like, trying to win and stuff.
Yeah.
And you could tell someone, like these guys, I hope they were throwing some comps. Because they were, you know.
Were they bad?
Yeah, like something like, as they say, that one of the cool ones was Build a Demon. And it was a pit. And there was body limbs. And they were holding it up. Is this an arm? And it's like a little sandbag. All you had to do was stretch it out as their fingers. Our fingers could go. Anyone can win. Like, anyone. Like, typically these vetoes are physical, but who knows? The memory ones are tough. You just never know. They're toss-ups, right?
How have you done in endurance? Like, you guys have hang
I got
out?
DQ'd out of one endurance. It's one of the ones where you had to, you know, you hold on.
Yeah.
And my method was, like, Jill's a beast. Like, she's like a yoga nut. Like, you cannot. And she's got that mental thing where you cannot beat her in endurance, right? But anyway, I was like, okay, I weigh 200 pounds. There's no way I'm going to be able to support my weight in this. And Lala weighs 90 pounds. So right away, I sat down, which was fine. I kept I sat down, I kept it dry underneath my leg so I could stick there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, honestly, I was fine. And the cold water was blowing, and I had my hat on, and everyone was soaked. And it was blowing over top of my head. I was laughing. I wasn't getting wet.
Because you were underneath.
Yeah. I was cold. I was just like, whatever. And I was looking at Andrew and laughing. And I just went like this. I just went to stretch, took my arm off the bar, not thinking.
Because you had to keep both hands out?
Yeah, you were allowed to take your hands out. And I was just like, whatever. I was like, I'm fine. This is like an hour and I'm into it. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, just stretching, right? I was just like, not even thinking. I was like, You know, just like
That's the
quick
kind of stuff,
mental
like,
lapse, right?
if you got bored out over that, like, you would drive yourself nuts.
Yeah. But you know, Jill won that one. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I won the next one. She won the next one. And then I won this one here. So, yeah, it's been a wild one. It's just like, who knows, like the video that Pete won, it was basically jump into a pit full of, what's that packing stuff they put in that white?
Packing peanuts?
Yeah, packing peanuts. And you have 2 letters. So, he basically just dove in, found one right away. I dove in, you know.
Oh, I know the kind. You have to, like, go retrieve it, run
back,
drop it.
okay. Come back. Well, I couldn't find, like, I went in and I was just like, okay, there's probably one on the front, one on the back. Let's just go right to the front, right to the back. And I just took it all, threw it at front. And when I threw it, I didn't even feel it. And the letter went like, letter was way over Andrew's. Like, I didn't find any letters, but Pete just got it. Like, he was done like 30 seconds. Like, on those quick ones, like, those have no advantage.
Yeah. Well, that's what you think, like, maybe you would, but it's not.
Like, the ones that I won, like, endurance ones kind of, like, we did one with cabin fever. Like, you had a can on your head, and you have to fill up your thermometer.
What's that? I will. It smells great.
And you had a thermometer, so you and then off like the steel roof, water was running down and it was dripping down, and you had to like try to get the drips in your can, but the can had holes in it. So basically, I just I found my spot where I found the steadiest flow, and I found a crack in the ground. And when I ran to the crack, took one step ahead. That's where the steadiest flow was. Did that, banged that out. And then the other one was like
strapped to your head somehow.
Yeah, the can was like on your head. You basically go up, dump it in, and like you're just running back and forth. And the next one was like you have a bouncy. You have one of those balls that you bounce on, and you have to go first. Remember which order people fell off from the tree. You have a gumball back here. You take one gumball, chew it up, bounce to the other side, put their pitcher up, go back, get one, put your pitcher up. That's another one. And then I just won mental HOH. Just who said this and who said that, and
The puzzle one.
and the puzzle one. Yeah.
So you've done one of like all kinds of stuff, which will help you in your speech. It's like,
Which is kind of like shitty because half my play was like, I do that mental stuff, like it's mine, but then I get forced in this corner where I had no choice but to win. I'm just like, fucking hell.
oh, that's funny. It's crazy, man. You look back, it's such a good time. Like where else are you talking about, like chewing gum to save your life?
I know. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty wild.
How's it going, Gary?
Yeah.
What are we having?
Chicken parmesan.
Are you a cook?
Yeah.
It smells great.
I enjoy cooking.